Because it's such a small group, I say you can all stay off mute if we're polite with each other and just raise a hand. And I see Marianne first. So we'll open up to Marianne and you all can share. You can be on or off mute. I don't mind. This is very manageable. Marianne, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning. Okay, I just want to make a point here. I do want to share something later, but I want to make a point that I think it would be a mistake to go on Telegram, because it's, you know, an app becomes a closed community again, and that's not what you're trying to do, as far as I can gather. I think you should keep the Telegram to migrate people over. It's a feeder. You don't shut it down. You know, even, I mean, Telegram at the moment hasn't been bought out by the dark side, or whatever you want to call them, so far. And so I think it would be a mistake to close it down. That's all I'm saying. Some people can't afford to the app, etc. They're already talking about that, and I'm just making putting in my 10 cents worth, as they say.
No, beautiful, beautiful. I agree. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
The app is, there's only certain features that are pay features, so you can access the community without having to pay for the app. There's like the connect with Kim, getting the news on time. I mean, right now they're going to be doing the news. I guess this coming week it's going to be, the news will be released on same day on Rumble and YouTube. But what's going to happen is you'll be able to access the news for free, but it's going to be a week behind this time. Okay, so these are just the little things that I know about what's going on with the app. But you will be able to access the community and the market, I believe, in some other things without actually having to pay. But the app, there's not even an app up yet. It's just all on unitednetwork.earth. And you'll be able to look around and see what features are available without actually having a fee. And right now it's only $5.99 a month, by the way, with launch day special. Yeah,
I forgot to do that. I just was so excited I clicked through, but okay. Thank you for your comments, Marianne. Anybody else would like to speak up and share? It is a small enough group, but a raised hand would be helpful for me to see all of you.
How do you raise your hand? Sorry.
I see Bill. So what you do down, Sienna, is you go down to reactions, click on reactions, and you see a raised hand. That's how it looks for me anyway.
Reactions?
Do you have a more button? Maybe click more.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I was going to say mine is above and it says more. Right.
Yeah, so it might be above and it says more. I'm on a PC, so that's what it says for me. Look at all the raised hands. So Bill, I see your hand raised, but hold on. Let's go to Bill, because Marianne, you've spoken just yet. Bill, go ahead. Then we'll go to Thandy. I'm sorry, you'll help me pronounce your name at the right time. Bill, what you got?
I just want to come in and say hi.
Hello. Nice to see you.
I thought there was going to be like 45 people or something on here.
Yeah, you notice that it's getting smaller and smaller because people have been heard and have shared. So it's not an ongoing, necessarily continual conversation. It's just an opportunity to have you speak and share. Some people just came on once. Some people here every time. I see you. I see all of you.
I try to make as many as I can. Just that I'm getting information from other people for the future and to know what's there and where we're standing right now, because everything has changed so quickly. It's like, wow, everybody's excited for sure. I mean, you can feel the energy in the air right now. It's like, it's incredible.
Can you feel the energy? It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
I'm high as a kite.
To be part of what Kelly threw out there yesterday too, for our gathering our energy to manifest what we're looking for.
Yeah, well, I do believe that was Sana. It's all good. We're all doing the same thing. Kelly's wonderful. But yeah, Sana interviewed that beautiful lady, and we're going to get on and do that. That's a beautiful thing. By the way, for a mass type of meditation, you know, energy, there's no time and space with energy, so you can do it beforehand, join during, or go afterwards, you know, as you see fit. So if you can't make it, kind of like we have a dowsing class and we do dowsing training, so people can douse with us before, after, or during. Yeah. Marianne, back to you. What do you got, my dear? You're on mute, dear, if you want to unmute.
Don't you just love technology? I was just asking, I won't put my hand up until after everyone else has had a turn, but I wanted to know, is the purpose of this meeting still the same as in the Zoom?
Yes, yes.
Right.
Opportunity to share, ask questions, share what you want to share with humanity, share what you have or what you'd like to learn. Some people join us and they say, I don't have specific skills and giftings, but I want to learn, and so forth. Yes. So I'm just muting folks for now because I hear coughing and stuff in the background, but I did say you can come off mute. If you can be quiet, that'd be awesome. All right, let's go to Sandy, sorry. Tell me how to pronounce your name, dear. I'm so sorry.
There's no H.
Tandy.
Tandy.
Yes.
There we go. It's in one of the African tribes. It's a name I was given at birth. It's called, means love of God, gift of God, the beloved one. And I'm from Cape Town in South Africa. So I was just wanting to say that I think people, as someone said, is stressed about having to pay. I think we really just need to be calm about it. It's actually going to be a blessing for us because a lot of us do need to detox from continual technology. So we can still play an incredible, valuable role right there where we are. We don't have to be plugged into the next thing, best thing. Immediately, when the time is right, we will be there. In the meantime, there's a lot of other work to be done.
Yes.
So just that calmness in our hearts. That was my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you. I hear you and Marianne both saying like, hey, there's no rush. Maybe we don't have to go to the new place. I say, absolutely do as you see fit. I love it. And there's no reason you can't keep your connections on Telegram if you like. Go ahead. Tandy, you weren't finished. Did you want to say something else?
No, I can't afford to at the moment. I honestly don't have that funds, but I've got peace, serious peace about it. And even waiting for the news for a week, serious peace. The world is not going to stand still. I'm good.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Sienna.
Yes. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
Hola todos from Ecuador. I'm from the United States, but I've been here 14 years, and I have a business plan that I'm starting. I'm not waiting for anyone else's money. I'm generating the resources myself to create an inner work community and a focal point to gather here in South America. My intention is to expand the personal work that I do, which I'll talk about in a minute, into more of a global leadership training a program that includes, my focus is called quantum disentanglement. And so it's multidimensional shadow work. And I could go in that in great depth or a few sentences. I have a paper, but it's got like 24 bullet points. That may be overkill for this venue. So I don't know exactly where to begin. I've been doing shadow work for 50 years. I'm 77 years old. And I have an inner work community, and I teach quantum disentanglement with private sessions for people all over the world. I've worked with people all over the world. I've lived all over the world. And I've been with Kim and the group here and all of you since day dot. I don't think I've skipped one of her news reports for, 3 years now. And I'm so deeply grateful for her and the amazing work that everyone is doing. And I'm in complete alignment. As a matter of fact, my work has transformed enormously because I used to do a lot of breaking contracts with networks of demons, and I'm quite psychic, and I still do all of that. But as things have shifted to all the layers of interference and AI and entities in this, to that a lot of what I was working on, it no longer exists. So now I'm mainly focused on helping people untangle from their multidimensional shadows and the dark essence that grows on our core wounding. It's a very complex work. It's evolved into out of many understandings. And I feel I want to put it in the mix, sort of, so there's the quantum disentanglement work with my own inner work community, and I have, the website and all of that. I'm going to do the store and try to just hold what I have, because I think many people in the community will find this very helpful, and in many cases necessary. And the other thing I really want to add to the mix is the leadership training. Why? Because I have worked over 50 years with creating communities in many places in the world, and they all are great for a while, and everyone's rah positive. And then people's shadows do slither in, as we've seen with Lisa, etc., and co-opt the situation. And so I've created a project that would be a world training for a world leadership that includes the possibility of facilitation in the group, so that when things start getting bizarre, everyone has an ego. Many of us are really vigilant not to lead with our ego, but everybody's shadow can hop on the scenes, mine's included. And so I'm envisioning, and I've had this vision for decades. Source has been telling me, you got to throw this in the mix. And that is that there's a facilitator available for any meeting to hold a space. And when things maybe get a little bit polarized, or someone's shadow is taking over the show, not to be like an authority figure or a judge of anyone at all, but simply to hold a very neutral, conscious facilitation, so that things just don't spiral out of control. Many of us were in the assemblies. We know what happened there, and it will continue to happen, because as high as our intentions are, as visionary as we are, as deep as our hearts are aligned with this, and as much as we know this is life altering, planet altering, and this is the work, still there are parts of us unconsciously tied to the dark side through contracts over lifetimes with our ancestors. And a lot of this is unconscious. And as we also know, whatever's left, and it's getting less and less every week, of the dark side, they're going to infiltrate. They're going to find the person with the wobbly ego, or the one that has to have all the attention, or on and on and on. And so if we could have gentle reminders, and or we ask somebody to maybe go off and do some clearing before they come back in, and do it in a very, like I say, we're the authorities and we think you're coming from ego, so you have to leave the room. No, we really highly trained specialists in facilitation and in watching, so that we could keep rolling. And when the dark comes in, we catch it, we see it, we deal with it, and we move on. So I have that all written up. It's a project, and I'd love to work with people on that and get it going if Kim and the team thought that would be a valuable tool. So I wanted to mention that, and then I can go as in depth or not at all with the work that I've created, because it is, to the best of my knowledge, a unique work that also really needs to be available for people.
Hold on. There we go.
Because each and every one of us is, committed to consciousness and our own growth, and many of us have many, many tools and all of this. But a lot of the stuff I've found out is very hidden, hiding in our shadows, hiding in where we don't want to look. And so it takes a village, doesn't it, to bring all of this out with love and compassion, and also people willing to look at that stuff and do the deep dives when it's necessary, so that this can be on an evolutionary trajectory that just never ends. So that's kind of my
That
opening.
is wonderful. Sienna, I'm going to say I know that I've met a bunch of us who do similar things. And at the moment, I want to let some other people have a chance to talk if they'd like to. And we can get back to you if there's time. I would love to. But also, maybe you can consider posting under some of the broadcasts so far in Telegram, or you can post over on the new website if you like, some of your skills and giftings, maybe not the whole paper, but maybe a synopsis. I know when we do Kelly and I do, people do articles over here. It looks like on Telegram, maybe the word limit's 650 words or something, but you can keep a blurb. Feel free now to post under one of the 6 groups or under an announcement for now. And then, and just keep your work, keep at it, because there'll be more. In fact, you can begin to private message people to begin to develop groups and stuff like that. So we'll get more on that later, but that's what I recommend for now. And by the way, would anyone else like to speak? Thank you so much, Sienna.
Thank you.
I see Marianne, but let me just see if someone else would like to speak. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay, everyone's being shy today. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. All right, let's go to Marianne then. Raise your hand, guys, or just come off mute if you must. Marianne, go ahead.
Okay. It's funny, somebody's posted in the chat, Sienna and Marianne to connect, and I like your work and ideas, Sienna. And it's like, that's funny because Simone is the person who brought me into the network, and Sienna, way back in Vilcabamba. I live in Ecuador also. And so she doesn't remember me, but long ago, like must be a decade now. Anyway, I just, I think a lot of us have really parallel things, because truth is truth, and everything comes together. And so I have things I would like to offer to the network, and I also just wanted to do a quick overview in that I've been saying from the beginning, since I first properly connected, that I'd like to create a safe listener, a safe listener community where people, really look at the how it is to be a safe listener for somebody and not shut their communication down. And so that it comes from the fact that when we do really deep clearing and go into past lives and implants and heavy duty stuff, you have to be safe. You can't interrupt. You can't tell people, well, I don't think that's right, or I don't believe that, or whatever. You absolutely have to be completely neutral and only acknowledge what they say and just guide them where they're going. And so I thought a good start, because we've got way more people than just people who are attracted to this network. People who are attracted to Kim have got to have a pretty high tolerance for interesting stuff. And so the people who are aware of these things are we're not thick on the ground. And I'm looking at the people who are going to be starting to be screaming for help eventually, that have been vaxxed, that have been, just disempowered, disenfranchised, thrown out of their homes, all the stuff that's going on out there. These people don't have that, they don't have necessarily the luxury of a safe listener, and a way to simply, one of the biggest things I would like to see happen is to be able to teach people a basic, easy to learn trauma handling procedure, so they can get into do-it-yourself partnerships and work with each other. It doesn't cost them a fortune, and they can recover from what's happened to them. And so they can help other people with it. They become empowered because they've got a skill. They don't have to go to university for 5 years to do it. They just can train and practice. And my vision is to have, basically big Zoom meetings. They have to be Zoom meetings or some other way, with breakout rooms where people can work in partnerships and actually get stuff done, not talk about it. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with talking about it, but I'm saying in the long run, we're going to have people actually able to work. And I've been piloting and practicing and doing this for a very long time. So I've got all the basics together, but I'd like to get together and work with each other and, work with training and like a kind of just facilitating people working in partnerships and, learning skills and so forth. And that's kind of like the vision. And there's a lot of peripheral things. I'm going to do what you suggested, Liz, which is put stuff in, into the channel. I can manage to untangle them, which I'm having trouble with. I've got, various contributions to make. And of course, I'm going to join the app, but that's what I have to say at the moment.
Yes, so I love it. And I see a lot of similarities between you two in Ecuador. I'm going to say that there's no reason you can't start now, okay? Like you can actually get on PM folks, you invite them in. That's how the dowsing group started. I was PM'd on last year from Tony Cook. We just started our own group. CARE didn't even know about it. We were just doing support and dowsing for people's healing on our very own. And you two can get together if you decide to. You can, Marianne, either of you can just set up your own Zoom call if it's announced underneath the broadcast announcements, right? And you can just invite people to a small Zoom. You can have your own, you don't have to wait on us. You can start your own Zooms or your own groups, however you want to do it. And then meet people here and elsewhere and through your other social medias, as you say, Marianne, that aren't even related to Kim as yet, or just getting to know Kim. All the newbies out there who are like waking up like, what? Energy. So, you can begin to do that on your own. And I love it. And we are talking about it, but there's no reason just to stay talking about it. Like go start a group on Telegram if you want. You can't use the CARE logo unless Kim creates it, but you can certainly say CARE associated, something like that. So I say, go for it, ladies. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. Good. That's great. And it'll grow and grow and grow and grow. That's why I'm always encouraging people to step up into leadership and do your own thing. And it can be associated with CARE, perhaps in the future, more affiliated with CARE more strongly. And like you can go to do the sponsorship, you can go to the marketplace as you're able. I love it. Thank you so much. I have Simone here from the UK. Do you want to speak, come off mute, Simone, and share?
Yes, I'll stay off camera for right now because of the connection. Can you hear me okay?
Absolutely.
Good. Yeah, hello, Marianne, and hello, everybody. Of course, I'm very familiar with Marianne. We worked together already on many things, and I'm kind of totally cool. I think I like the idea that Marianne put out, and also Sienna, because some of those skills are really important to keep us going, like in the direction we want to really go for restoration. And I mean, Marianne has developed some great of really getting people to help each other. And I think we really want to work on that, because it's kind of it's not really done, it's not really done very much, because you think that you have to have somebody who has studied something for 20 years in order to help someone. But we found that certain things you can help people with on a very subtle level, or very, very simple level that is not hard to learn. Like literally, I could train anyone to learn it. And the only people that I would basically not allow to continue is the ones that would violate the certain rules of kind of communication, where you would upset somebody if you did that, but if somebody understands fully that there are only a few things you've got to be absolutely sure not to do, right, then you are a safe listener and also a safe facilitator for clearing. And I literally think we can train thousands of people, and that's kind of like really, that's what I would really love to contribute to. It's not something you can do alone, obviously. It's something you really have to work together with other people and create like teams. But my biggest wish is that people find a way to clear away their traumas, their PTSD, their all their various things, their emotional barriers, their beliefs that are holding them back, and all this kind of stuff, in a manner that doesn't cost them the world, that is just possible to do for anyone, really, no matter what their income level. And that's how I think we can really, really speed up handling the emotional barriers that people have, to help with a whole overall restoration program and plan. Anyway, that's me. And hello, everybody. I just want to say that I'm really inspired by this. This is great.
Thank you, Simone, so much. I would say the entire planet has PTSD at some level. CPTSD, trauma, moral injury, we all got it. So I was in the military as a chaplain, and that's all we did was moral injury support, trauma support, training, and all of that. So I am a lot like you, Marianne and Sienna. I do my own thing. In fact, Sienna, I call it quantum rewiring. Anyway, so I love it. I love what you guys talk about. Would anybody else like to share? If you could throw a hand up, that'd be great, or come off mute if you're not sure how to raise a hand. Marianne, do you want to come? I mean, Sienna, you want to come back? That's great, but I just want to see your hand up. But would anybody else like to speak?
Oh, my hand's still up. I didn't
Yeah.
mean that.
Oh, hi, Tracy. Come on off mute if you. I see Tracy waving your hand. Hi, dear. How are you? Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute. Yeah, I know it's challenging. It looks like you're on a phone or an iPad. Is there a little button down there? We can't hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
there
there
we
you
go.
are.
Okay. But yeah, I was hoping to get back onto, it says video stop, because I have a device that I like to use for pain management that I wanted to introduce to you guys, because I haven't seen anybody use it or talk about it yet. It's called a DEAMS device, a Divine Evolution Electromagnetic Micro Singularity device. It's basically a new age Baghdad battery. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. And the video says it stopped. You can't see me anymore, right?
Correct.
Okay. So how do I do that where I get it so that you
I don't know if you have
video.
enough bandwidth, you would click on the video icon. It's either at the top of your screen. There you go. Hi, beautiful.
Oh, okay. There it is. Okay, cool. This is a DEAMS device. Okay. It is a copper tube with an iron bar in the middle of it and 12 neodynamic magnets around that the iron bar inside, and then a big neodynamic magnet on the top. And then this whole tube is filled with beeswax so that it picks up your own frequency and things like that. But it's amazing in terms of pain management. I have a bone on bone in one hip, so it makes it very difficult to sleep. But this either on the back of the hip or in the front of the hip manages to make the pain go away almost immediately, and so it makes sleeping very easy at night. So I didn't know if anybody knew about this. It's pretty cool, and it's made in the US, actually in Hawaii. It's the DEAMS, DEEMS company.
All right, Tracy, if you don't mind, if you could put that in the chat or the website in the chat, if someone's interested. I know there are a lot of great mechanical, electronic, magnetic devices out there, and this is another one. I hadn't heard of it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome. I've had it for almost a little over a year.
And can people PM you in Telegram if they have questions about it? Maybe you could do a post somewhere under health and wellness somewhere where you can invite people, let people know they can ask you questions, because that's fascinating.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, and we have Carrie up. Thank you so much for sharing, Tracy. Carrie, what you got?
Hi, I'm Carrie Light. I'm happy to be here with all of you and just checking it out and seeing how I can contribute to Kim's project and the restoration of Earth. With people that have shared goals of just getting back to simple and like making your own food and hauling your own water, chopping wood and just kind of really getting simple because of all this electronic stuff. I'm like super sensitive to like electronics. Well, I'm hyper aware of everything. I call it highly aware. Oops. But I have a website. It's ascensionhealthcoach.com. And it's where I help you just pretty much heal yourself. And my eating for ascension is my biggest thing, is, you know, healing your body with food, like medicine is thy food and food is thy medicine. And I have kind of got some business knowledge too, like bookkeeping background and stuff, but I build websites. But I'm like really looking to try and contribute and help out with this project and getting things rolling, because I can really put, you know, I really believe that if you put stuff in forward motion, like kind of like planting a garden, you plant the seeds and you just kind of sow the seeds, maybe water it a little, you know, and then once it's in forward motion, it always comes to fruition. And so I just wanted to share that. And
Carrie, that's great. I want to say, you remind me of the idea of blooming where you're planted, and you remind me of the idea of just plant the seed and just whatever your passion is, you just go for it gently, 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 and it builds and builds and builds until you're actually up leveled into positions of leadership or service, both. So I love that. And if you already haven't already, I would encourage you a couple things. If you haven't already, get on the chats and offer your friendship or services to people underneath the broadcast channel, you know, the announcements and stuff. And you can set up your own calls if you like. You can go to the marketplace and sponsor for $1. You can go to, I sound like an ad. You can go get part of the community. You can put your advertising up and things, be part of the market. I see you if you wanted to be farm to table, and you could sell your wares and your knowledge. You can come up with classes you can sell and teach. So I say, go for it. In fact, my
Sounds
web
great.
lady, I'm building a website right now. And my lady, she just built me a website 4 years ago for free because she was just in training. Now I'm paying her to build me a really nice one because she's excellent. But I see you offering services like that, nominal fees or whatever your fees are. I'm just saying, get out there, rise and shine, and like all of you, rise and shine and share, because you never know what's going to happen. Just do your next passion the next way you can, and you'll be lifted up or shown, and you'll meet the right people and do the right things.
Yeah.
Am I
You
wrong?
know, just
No.
like forward motion.
Yes.
Everybody talks about manifestation, and I just really kind of figured out that it's actually forward motion, just like, you know, a little by little. Nothing happens like
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Everything is just like a muscle too. When you keep
Yes.
doing things over and over, you
Yes.
learn how to do it better and faster.
Yes.
Just
And you do what you're inspired to do first, to the passion, to the extent that you can. Then you get the insight, or the intuition to do the very next thing. Next thing you know, you're writing the book, you're doing the website, you're offering your leadership classes, you're healing others, you're developing your own healing modalities. Why not? And then you figure out a new way to grow crops. I love it. Haul water. I'm not into hauling water, I have to admit. But I've done jerry cans in Africa plenty. But anyway, so I love it. I love it, Carrie. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
so welcome. Get involved if you haven't already. I mean, I'm sure you have, but go ahead. Anybody else would like to share? Let's see, we are at 2:34, so we're 34 minutes past the hour. I'm going to say, go ahead. If you want to come off mute and just speak, you're fine. And we'll manage that if we need to. But if everyone just wants to, Bill, you got something to say from all the excellent things said today?
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're a little bit low in volume though.
Oh. I'm on my phone and I got it sitting on a towel against a piece of quartz. My biggest concern is food, water quality, and healthcare. And I guess we just gotta wait till all this stuff comes in. Do you hear me?
Yes, or you can start now within your way. Right. Like, why wait? You can just start.
The problem is where I live, Liz, everyone's asleep.
Same here.
I tell everybody about this stuff and they look at me like I'm bonkers, There is no way that anything is ever going to be any different than it is now. And they assure me that when they die, it's going to be this way. And I try to tell them, you're not going to die unless you want to die. If you let
Brother, I
somebody
hear
die,
you. There's no one here in 3D here in my town that I can talk to about this stuff. I'm all online with my Kim tribe and everybody because we have met. Am I wrong, people? Right? So it's like, so you can start online communities, get together, start, dream, plan. You don't have to say, oh my gosh, no one around me helps. Just get out there, brother.
There are, the problem is with some of these people, what my deal here is the restoration of the Susquehanna River and the Chesapeake Bay. Someone has to spearhead this and kind of put a blueprint in, and I think it's perfect where I live because I have the 3 largest dams on the river, all within 20 miles of where I live. I have 3 Mile Island, the world famous 3 Mile Island, is 20 miles upstream from where I live.
Understood.
Chesapeake Bay is only 30 miles downstream. So, you know, whatever happens here runs downhill, you know. But, you know, this whole river from the New York state line down through the coal mines, fracking, old oil wells, this place is it's a man-made ecological disaster. And what I'm looking to do is gather people up so that we can identify the problems. You know, we may not be able to do anything for a while on this. We're literally looking to wake people up, get them all on board before we're going to be able to move and do anything. But in the meantime, we can set a lot of this stuff up. We can set
Yes. Right. I would tell you, Bill, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I would tell you, Bill, write out a dream plan, a sheet of what you see for the Susquehanna River, even if you don't know a soul, because if you get out there and talk to spirit, source, whomever you talk to, and write out your dream plan, you'll begin to meet people and connect perhaps with people on this call, people in the Telegram chats, but you don't need to keep saying it's such a disaster. Just move forward positively, brother. And thank you for sharing so much. Yeah, it's such a delight to hear from you. Cindy, I see you're off mute. Would Cindy like to say something?
Yes.
Hey,
Can you hear
yes.
me?
Yes.
Well, you know, I'm having little technical troubles. I'm trying this whole time. I've been trying to put my face on and I can't get the video working, but you guys can hear me?
Yes.
I'm just so frustrated. I can see myself, but you
That's
guys
okay. That's okay. Go ahead and share. It's great.
Well, hi everyone, and happy to be a part. I'm Cindy, and I shared a couple times ago. My little piece was the idea that if we can lift everybody up a little bit through the teachings of the consciousness of abundance and abundance mindsets, I have keys, tips and tools that have worked for me. I lived for many years in lack and poverty, as well as poverty consciousness. And I've used these to really lift myself up. And I feel like that it is a part of health and wellness, because if we are stuck in our limited conditions, we can't be the best we can be. Therefore, we cannot be radiating health in all of the departments and the areas of our life. I'm giving you guys kind of a sneak peek because I've uploaded this talk, the keys, powerful keys of an abundance mindset, in hopes that it'll be aired as one of those 5-minute videos. And then there's also a page that I've made my bullet points, and you could just read that page and you could be able to do the exercises on yourself separate than the talk. So I'm really, really excited about that. And I just, like I said, I wish I could just even take a screenshot and send it to you guys as like a little gift, but I'm hoping that's coming down.
Can you put a link to your sheet or something, or post it on one of the channels for us, Cindy?
Yeah,
Put it in the
I
chat?
can do that. I could definitely do that. And they're fun. They're fun exercises, but they're very life-changing exercises if you actually do them. They really make they open your awareness to abundance consciousness, and there's little ways you do things in your life that before you know it, you are receiving more, and you know, you're up leveling all the areas of your department so we can be more powerful. And then that's all I wanted to say about that. Yes, I will upload my bullet points for you all on the Health and Wellness channel, CHWE. And then I also want to say I'm really excited about the contributions for the marketplace. I have vacation rentals, and then I have books, and I have spiritual books, and working on my 4th book right now. And I'll be posting those. But as we were on the call today, I have a new idea, and I just thought I'd share with you. And the idea is that what I can also offer, 30 years in the healing arts, massage therapist, clinical hypnotherapist, I love to do guided meditations. And I can do these little guided meditations to bring people into the theta, to bring people into allowing some manifestation into their life, to bring people into a relaxed state where healing is possible. So there's so many different topics that you could do guided meditations. And I was thinking of just doing these little meditations, each one's having a different aim, a different focus, different title, for free. And I thought, boy, that would also be great on the calls for calling in the divine forces to drop yourself into that deep reverent space, allow yourself to come, connect with others energetically. And there's so many different things we can do with just an intentional prayer or short guided meditation. So any thoughts on this?
Yeah, well,
Liz?
Cindy, I love that. Yeah, I actually have a YouTube channel as well. It's my coaching channel. I just started it this past year, whatever, but I throw up 1 and 2 and 6 minute things as well. So my saying is you could get on TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, or some of the social medias, because they eventually you'll be invited to have them fall under UNN and CARE. There's going to be those socials that have been posted recently.
Right.
I am thinking, I'm not 100% sure where and when, that we will be invited to submit. And if they like it, they'll put the logo on it and it'll go as part of that channel. But I would say, like I was saying to Bill, go ahead and get started with your dream and your plan. You know exactly what we're talking about. We've had good conversations about abundance. Like, go ahead and build them. You have a stable of 10 or 20 and be ready to go. That's what I'm doing with some of my helps.
Yeah. So I'll just update you on that. I did a talk, and I
I remember you telling me.
videoed
Yeah.
myself, and it was 12 minutes long, and I uploaded it to them in Field Messenger. So they can whittle it down to 5 minutes or whatever, or I can redo it as an interview with Sunny, whatever they want. We're waiting to see. But I'm so excited about this topic because, wherever you are in life, this will change your life. It can up level you and open just who you are to be able to be better in mastery in everything that you want to do, which is, we could all use those tricks
and I'll tell you,
to
Cindy,
make life a little better.
Yep, I'll tell you, Cindy, too, like a lot of other people here on this call, and a lot of us do very similar things. Of course, there's 8.5 billion people that probably could use some help. So we all can't serve 8.5 billion. Maybe we could do 1 million each, but with social medias and stuff. But there are many of us who do mindset abundance work, coaching, healing work. And I think it's great, the more the merrier. And it's great to do our different venues, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, I'm a YouTube gal, but whatever it is, I think it's super great to get your stuff out there.
I have a block in putting myself out into large groups. And that's my block.
See, a growing edge for you. I'm interrupting you because we've talked a lot. There's a growing edge for you. You know the abundance, but you're shy. See, I'm a ham. I don't care if I look funny, but but that's a growing edge for you. We all have our growing edges, right? Yeah.
But the good news is I have a huge many thousands of friends on Facebook, and I've got this network because I created it in order to put my books out, and I haven't put anything out. So I have the ability to reach thousands of people now. And then maybe with your encouragement and handholding that I can actually, reach people that I haven't been reaching anymore, like you've been doing it, but I could.
Yeah. Well, let's talk further. That is super, Cindy. I'm just slowing us down because I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to talk.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that. Thank you, everyone.
It's really beautiful. Appreciate it. It's so beautiful. Anybody else would like to share that hasn't shared yet, just to see?
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
You mentioned.
Tandy, do you want to come back on and say something?
Yes, I just wanted to mention that the food security group does need some support with populating all the categories. I spend a couple of hours every day just trying to populate, and I would really appreciate some help. If you're knowledgeable in a certain area, or do you just like gathering information that is relevant, please go and post it there with like 1 or 2 words just to give the gist of what it's about, because there's a lot of variables even within each category, and I broke them up into about 48 categories already. So thank you in anticipation that it's there. Thank you.
Tandy, where can we see that? Where you're talking?
I will post the link here before the meeting is over, and it is on. You tell them there's that category.
Are you under the food and care and restoration? I don't remember, but
yes.
So if you go to one of the 6 categories, Simone, you can find Tandy posts a lot. She's got lots of content. I love seeing your stuff. A lot of supports going on over there. And so it's under the food and care. I know we came up with the categories, but it's been a minute since I did the thing in
the
Canva.
Top one, the food one, food and
agriculture. Yeah, the food one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
well, I'm about to do something like that in the UK, and I just want to make sure that people can find out what we're doing here. Of course, it's not going to reach South Africa where you are, but I know people in South Africa. They would probably love to connect with you as well.
Thank you, Simone. This is a global group. This is the one. This is the group that replaced the care food security group that we had before.
Right.
Yes. And remember, we will be doing regional things as well under what Tandy's doing or elsewhere. So there'll be regional helps as well as a global look. Am I correct, Tandy? Like there'll be like, I know there's a Kiwi group now that's active about farming and healing with Sana and others for New Zealand, as well as thinking globally, because I'm not going to send my heirloom tomatoes to New Zealand probably, but we can do farm to table more regionally. So I think it's very important.
Yeah, and there's different methods for each area in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. Does anyone else would like to, someone who hasn't shared yet, if anyone would like to pop on? You can just come off mute if you like. It's a small enough group. I feel like Bueller's Day Off, like anyone? I'll let Marianne speak again, unless someone else likes to come off mute. Marianne, what you got, dear?
I just have a question that people here might be able to direct me on and help me on, and that is, I'm still looking for the area where the health issue of EMF sensitivity, 5G sensitivity, all that stuff, which is huge, and I've been following for a long time and dealing with. Where is that addressed? People who have there's lots of stuff there, but I'm not seeing it. I don't have a.
Right. So when we made the 6 categories, we tried to have everything we knew. We had a list of 200 modalities and issues, and we came up with the 6 categories. So I'm going to tell you, Marianne, find one that fits. You can be a practitioner. You can fall under wellness, health and wellness, because that's part of health and wellness. And if you don't see a blog or something about that, start one. You know what I mean? So it wasn't our job to begin to create every single modality category, but just to provide the big overview for you guys to make network. Kim was imagining seeing a million or thousands of branches of, I want to do EMF stuff. I want to do food security. I want to help people heal. I want to coach people as a leader, mentor, right? So it's there. Just fall under a category that you like and begin to make announcements and share devices that you use, proud things you've done, how to get rid of your smart meter, whatever you're doing, right? So does that make sense?
I'm more looking from the point of view of I'm not any expert in it, although I paid a lot of attention. I'm looking for people.
Well, then what you do is you get on underneath some of the chats, the one that seems to fit most, and you say, hey, anyone do EMF stuff? Let's get together and talk. Does that make sense to everybody? So in other words, you're not limited to wondering, just get out there and even if you trip up and go, I posted in the wrong place, well, just keep trying. You can post underneath all 6 chats, all 6 Telegram groups, because there's a lot of people doing that work who would be under practitioners, under health and wellness, under food security, because we use EMF and orgonite and stuff like that to grow better crops, copper. Some of us do that with our crops. So I'm looking at you, Carrie. I'm like thinking, are you scolding me or not approving? But I'm just saying it's all multifaceted. It's just because the 6 groups are there, it doesn't mean, you have to fall under one. There are people who have posted and said hello and networked under all 6. So just get out there and go for it. I'm telling everybody. You don't need permission. You don't need a gatekeeper. And if it's in the wrong place, we'll gingerly move you to the right place. It's all good. You were all loved.
Okay, thank you. I do remember that there was a lot in the old threads where, you know, no, this doesn't belong here, I'm deleting you. And there was a huge amount of stuff going on like that. And I sort of got to the point where it's like, I'm not sure if I want to pipe up here because I'm probably in the wrong place, so I'm not going to do that.
Well,
you know,
I'll tell you what, when Kim read me and decided I was decent enough, you know, maybe she was not on her game that day, but she said, hey, we're not delete people when she accepted me as an admin. So we don't do that anymore. It's a new day and a new world. So you can start now, moving forward, knowing you're safe here.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Very nice.
Anybody else have something to share? We can also end early. You can come off mute. We can make this a conversation. I have 9 minutes. I will turn into a pumpkin. I happen to have a client here pretty soon, but this is lovely. Anybody else?
Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy.
I know. Can you feel the energy here? The energy on the planet, the energy of people here sharing and being open and asking their questions. I'm telling you, Care, don't you feel it's a safer space now? It's safer. It's lovely. I feel warmed. Remember, Tandy, we work with you, Kelly, working with having people feel welcome, you know, and things like that, just issues, things, whatever. It's a different space in a different place. And also, I will tell you that those of us who were put in positions to, we are not gatekeepers by any means. I'm just a rube who signed up first, but it's like we are trying to be humble with each other, making sure we're not getting. So by the way, I'll tell you a little secret. You want to hear a little secret? A lot of us admins are getting poked and prodded PMs with like people trying to influence us. People have actually offered me money, just hundreds of dollars. We're not talking tons, but trying to get influence and say, hey, can you send this to Kim? And like, as if I have any, you know, any more influence over Kim than any of you all. And or trying to charm me, ask me on dates. It's crazy. So, you know, it's insane. Now, I was in the military. I did logistics, operations. I was a chaplain. I'm on to all kinds of grooming. So, you know, I'm not necessarily Kim level, but I'm like, hell no. So it's just very funny, but I'm telling you that because the behind the scenes vegan, perhaps sausage making, we are being very open and humble with each other, being honest with the messages we're getting for support and being transparent so that none of us kind of like Lisa or Vera get, because I think any of us can be turned if we're not careful, like Sienna was saying in the beginning of this call. So being honest and making sure we're not wandering off the reservation. So it's so just to share a little inside baseball, it's very interesting. We laugh all the time about, can you believe this guy? And speaking to Marianne, I think, and also Sienna, talking about people thinking they know it all. We're getting all these private messages like, hey, I happen to know that we've all been disconnected from source and we don't know it. I'm the only one that can reconnect you to source. It's this much money, but I'll do you for free. I'll reconnect you to source for free. And we're believing this, you know, stuff as if we're like, what? Are you kidding me? And as if like, it's almost, so we have all these energies trying to play with us in the background. We're on to all of it and it's not a problem. It's just super interesting. And so to speak to, I was thinking about what you said, Sienna and Marianne, a little bit about not falling prey to ego and stuff. I think we all can be vulnerable, but we are trying so far successful at understanding that we're just here to provide and serve. And like, I'm not going to be, if there's no money, no dating, you're just beautiful, productive work at Care. Does that make sense? So I thought I'd share a little inside baseball, but we're on it. We're trying to be vigilant with each other. We share. It's been, yeah, Kelly says it's been a wild ride for us all. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Well, oh my God, Liz, that's crazy. Kelly, am I lying? I know he's back in the background going, 100%. So we have a lot of laughs in the background, managing ourselves. So, and being, I'm really honest with Kelly, like, Kelly, do you see this message I got? Anyway, we're just sharing and we're on it, trying to watch our ego, like, and drop the ego as we do our spiritual work. So to speak to that for a minute, since we have some time, but thank you so much.
Would it be possible for everybody to put either an email or a website? Because there are a couple of people I'd like to contact and I don't
Absolutely. If you want to put it in the chat. So what I'll do this time when I post this, I have a couple clients, but when I post this later, I'll also post the chat on Telegram. I just haven't done that yet. I can post the chat so you can have it, or you can jot it down now quick if you like. Okay. So if everyone wants to put their email. Good idea. Anything else in the last 5 minutes? You lovely people. So great. So great.
Liz,
Oh, there's Cindy on camera.
Liz, I'm a little
Yes.
and well, a big lot interested actually in your food security thing. Now that's all it's all in the channel, right? Because it's going to be an issue. You know, we'll put it this way: the dark side is trying to make it become an issue, and you know, I believe
Yeah.
there's much more abundance on the planet than they keep trying to tell us.
Yeah, and Carrie can probably speak to that. I see her raising her hand excitedly. Carrie?
Yeah, I work for this company called Manzanita Outreach, and we're trying to make Yavapai County food sustainable. And so we've been servicing 4,000 people with food every month in the Verde Valley, which is in Arizona. And so like it's a whole community of church and volunteers where we get like this big semi full of food, and then we divvy it all out into crates with volunteers, and then the next day, like Saturday, we divvy it out as a like in a drive-through where we have 3 lanes and stuff, and it's super fast. You know, people just drive up and get food, and anybody can get food. But we're trying to create a model for food security because we get grants because it's a nonprofit, and purchase food from local farmers with grants and then give that away. And we use DoorDash and deliver like I don't know, 400 deliveries a month, home deliveries for people that can't get out. We just believe that everybody should have the right to have food and their basic needs met. And so people coming together and doing that kind of thing and teaching people food preservation and all this other stuff is kind of really back to the simple stuff again. All this electronic stuff and easy stuff, that just makes you not here now. But I really appreciate being here.
We appreciate you. And I know, Marianne, you're mentioning something mildly different. I think I've heard both things, that a lot of food stuff's a psyop, a lot of it's real, but I think it takes personal discernment to decide what we're to do about things, right? So. We have one last comment anyone would like to make?
It's been very fun. Thank you, Liz.
You are so welcome. You are so welcome. It is a blessing to talk with all of you. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It's been great hearing everybody. I appreciate you guys.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. It was good.
So would you guys
Next
like me
time.
to, oh, sorry, Tandy, would you guys like me to post the text, the chat? It'll be public to everybody. At least it'll give people a moment to write down emails. Then I can take it down off the chat, Telegram chat. Does that work for people?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. If it doesn't look good or looks funny, I'll take it down, but I don't want to expose people's chat if they've been, wanting something more private. And also what I can do is people can head on out, but if you want to just simply go to the chat and jot down emails, I won't shut this down right away. Make sense? Well, everyone, I guess I'll just conclude. I like your puppy in the back, Carrie. I love the puppies. We love our animals. You guys be blessed. You guys are amazing. And I've learned so much today. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
thank you all. Bless you.
Blessing everybody. So I will stop recording.